published, 6:53 EST, March 7, 2019, updated, 11:21 EST, March 7, 2019. Prince William appears to have taken a swipe at the army for failing to look after soldiers' mental health. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge spent yesterday in Blackpool visiting a series of innovative projects focused on investment and regeneration, as well as learning how the resort is tackling some of the social and mental health problems faced by people in Britain today. The Telegraph reports that the Duke, 36, who will one day be head of the armed forces, told members of the emergency services that he has never really understood why the army had not always matched its physical training with mental health provision. William appeared animated as he spoke during a community meeting during a visit to Blackpool Tower with Kate on Wednesday. He added that more needs to be done to support their mental health, as historically the armed forces and the blue lights have been slow to act. He said, "It's totally understandable that those who work in the emergency services would at some point have mental health issues build up, because of the stuff that you see, the stuff you have to deal with and sort out. If we can get the blue light community, the army and others to kind of be able to say this is essential because I never really understood why the army, for instance, only recently started putting mental health training in." The Duke and Duchess were pictured greeting local members of the community projects along with a soldier as they kicked off a busy day in the seaside town. "It's taking time to catch up, but we are getting it right, but I think we still have a way to go yet. But if the blue light community can really grapple with this and set a very good example, it will come across through to society much quicker than it has. They talk about being the best the whole time. You're physically trained to do all the stuff you do, but never once in the process was the mental aspect of what you were going to see at wartime or war fighting. Never was that actually processed through. How do we actually train people physically and mentally be the best soldier?" An army spokesperson said, "We take the mental health of our personnel extremely seriously, and resilience training is an important part of our duty of care." The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge waved at onlookers as they visited the northern town. "THMOD has increased spending on mental health to £22 million a year, and we are working hard to tackle the stigma around coming forward and asking for help." Kate, 37, looked elegant as she kicked off the visit to the iconic seaside town alongside William with a visit to the iconic Blackpool Tower. The royal couple took part in a briefing about the town's recent history, the challenges, and the investment and regeneration efforts that are currently underway. Kate cut an elegant figure in the rain, opting for an olive £940 sports max coat, a £225 Michael Kors patterned peacock dress, and accessorized with a recycled £435 green Manu Atelier bag and black knee-high boots. Kate wore a £225 Michael Kors peacock button-up shirt dress which featured a classic collar and semi-sheer sleeves, falling just below the knees and making for a stylish appearance. The Duke and Duchess are seen at a round table discussing the various local projects. The pair, sheltering under large black umbrellas, were greeted at the landmark amid the downpours with cheers from a crowd of several hundred well-wishers gathered outside on the promenade, including youngsters who charmed Kate with bunches of flowers. As one little girl shouted "Hello Princess," Kate waved and smiled, and she also promised locals she would bring her 3 children George, Charlotte and Louis along on her next visit. The Duke also vowed to take a stand against slum landlords yesterday. The royal couple were said to have been deeply affected as they were given a tour of mold-ridden houses left in a dangerous state in Blackpool. Pictured, Prince William and the Duchess walk with Lee Burrell, development director at Blackpool Housing Company. They were highlighting troubling issues surrounding multiple occupancy homes unfit for habitation that litter the once prosperous resort. William tackled the subject head-on in a speech, saying, "Blackpool has always been one of the UK's most loved seaside towns. It is famous for its beaches, its promenade, its iconic venues and its stunning illuminations. But there obviously is a sadder side to Blackpool that we will see a bit of today, and we shouldn't attempt to skirt around this issue. Dispiritingly, those challenges are felt very strongly today, and they are more pressing than ever. The home was one of many houses bought by private landlords and used for multiple occupancy homes to take advantage of housing benefit. Unemployment remains quite high, skilled professionals continue to leave faster than they arrive, and Blackpool has become a transitory town for many without the right employment opportunities. Against this backdrop, mental health issues and social problems have risen. And a unique problem has also arisen as a result of falling demand for tourist accommodation, which has created an oversupply of what the council now perceive to be extremely low-quality private rented accommodation. William and Kate toured homes where children had lived in squalor at the mercy of unscrupulous private landlords. They visited Kirby Road, where 16-year-old Sasha Marsden was stabbed by her killer 58 times and dumped in an alleyway in 2013. The Duke of Cambridge at the Scottish National War Memorial at Edinburgh Castle in 2018.